You know, I've played Atlantic City 10,000 times. I've played Miami 10,000 times. Let me tell you, if it's tropical and I'm off, let's go. if it's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, I'm expensive as shit and I am busy. I got a story that almost ended my career if you want to hear it.
Let's go.
Well, tonight, we've got the hardest working man in show business.
James Brown?
He has to be.
From Nashville to Vegas and everywhere in between. DJ Silver.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh my God. DJ! This is the best crowd we've had yet.
We've never had a gallery clap like
How
that.
much for them to just travel with me?
Thank you, studio audience. Thank you.
This is
Wow,
loud.
that was impressive. You are the hardest working.
You are.
man.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I'd love to be here. Thank you guys
So-
so much.
DJ Silver, how many years have you been out with us on the
Since
road now?
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Let me do my math.
Add one.
14 years
I left
ago.
1 year and went with Paisley and came right back.
So
Well,
Whoa.
Let's just get right to it.
There's a
no,
love
wait,
connection.
I
Maybe
want to
we
hear
come-
some
maybe we come-
Paisley stories
maybe we come-
tonight.
Wish I had any. Just kicked me off the stage every night.
maybe
Just made fun of me and Hauser being fat for 2 hours, and we just stopped going on stage. It's great.
all right, so
That's all I got.
let's come back to that.
No.
Here, but
Let's
I
get
think-
right to it.
No, I know, but I think let's let our listeners know what DJ does. I mean, he is a DJ, but it's a completely different thing. Like a remix artist,
He's a rock
right?
show.
I mean, so
So
give us
I-
a little bit for the listeners so we'll know what you're...
So I've been blessed enough, man. We toured this world several times. Been a professional DJ for almost 25 years now. I know you can't tell I look 12, but whatever. But you know, I've toured with Nelly. I was with Jackass for 6 years and caught up. And I've started doing this thing where we just remix country music. Everybody made fun of me. It's like never gonna happen. And I remember 2 DJs I asked. I was like, any advice how to go to the next level? How not to be that guy? He goes, I'm a rock guy. He's a hip hop guy. Who are you? And I was like, bro, I'm a redneck from Texas, bro. And he goes, good luck with that. And
So when is this? This is like 2000s?
yeah, like 2000, 2001. So I put out the first country mashup CD mixtape. And at the time, there was nowhere to house. It wasn't a subgenre. So I was pushing hashtag DJS country, DJ Silver country. And now it's a subgenre in country music. Because it's DJ's country, they think it means DJs. Is DJ Silver.
Where did the silver come from?
Well, I was DJ Quicksilver for a while.
Then you got
Quicksilver
older.
threatened to sue me. Okay. So it's either Quickie or Silver, and you got it. You know, that's where we're at. That's where we landed.
So yeah, we met you back 2010. You said
We actually met the night of 2009 when Aldean won his first award in Vegas.
That's what I was going to say. It was in Vegas. Do you
So-
remember?
And I think through Kevin Neal.
Kevin
Yeah.
Neal. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a mashup remix of She's Country and Country Grammar, and it just kind of like before social media, it just caught wind. Like Brooks and Dunn had it in their pre-roll, just kind of stuff I didn't know. And I met Kevin at a Wild Horse. He actually walked the stage while I was playing. He goes, "Who did that?" I said, "I just did this on the plane," and hands it to me. It was awful. It was wasn't mixed, mastered, and it kind of did whatever. So fast forward to December of that year, I was playing at Taboo Ultra Lounge, which is my monthly Sunday. And I had the front table by the DJ booth, and they said, "There's a country guy named Jason Aldean coming in. Can you have your table?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, whatever." Came in, we just partied all night. Then Kevin was like, "Do you want to go on tour?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Don't call me, I'll call you." I was like, "Sure, cowboy." You know. 2 weeks later, I got our 2010 schedule.
So, and at that time, right? Nobody was doing that.
I think Keith Urban tried it, and the guy got fired like the first night.
Is that right?
That's what I mean. I don't know that story for real. I know Keith tried it, but it didn't work. And
But I mean, to your point, it
I
was
mean,
like,
for record, ours almost didn't work. You put my fat ass on a scissor lift. And it went up, and that joker's doing this. And they got that.
Hey, we
delay.
fixed that. We strengthened it.
Yeah, I threatened to quit. Like 12 seconds later, I was like, if this is my resignation, buddy, I can get a plane back to Texas. They put me on that scissor lift, and my chunky ass is just doing it all the way up.
No more than 5
White
degrees
knuckling
around.
this thing. White knuckling this thing.
but it was awesome because nobody was doing the thing in between people's sets.
Yeah.
You have the opener, then there's 20 minutes of dead space. Lights are on.
You just forgoing liquor sales, merch sales, excitement. My goal every time I walk on that stage is when Aldean walks on to a hot stage.
Yeah.
They've already worked out their weird neighbor stuff. They know each other. They're already partying. They're drinking, and they just turn up. They're ready to go. They don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
Well,
Quote that one.
And to be
That's
fair,
cool.
when when you came out, they said there's going to be a DJ playing before, and we're like,
Oh yeah.
we're like, what in the hell? What kind of shit show is this going to be?
Yeah. Then you saw
And
me
now-
walk into catering smelling like sex and candy,
Yeah,
straight
no.
up candy. And
Oh,
just
my
rolling.
God.
I've been in Vegas 4 days before the first show. I was cross-eyed.
But fast forward though, and we couldn't get enough of you. Like
Oh, thank you.
you know, and that it was amazing. Like the family environment.
It was great.
Well, go
You're
back
pretty
to
funny.
family.
Hey,
You're
but Silver,
pretty
give
funny.
your first impressions because we're a.
Y'all didn't talk to me.
What?
We
I ate
definitely-
by myself.
You're
Jason's like,
kidding me.
We didn't know.
Well, Jason's like, that's the DJ. And I was like, oh, boy. And I just,
I mean,
if
it's a tough
Aldean's
crew.
doing the introduction, we all know we're screwed, right? It's not like warm, hey, buddy, pull up a chair, bring some. Hey, it's DJ, dog. I was like,
Seats taken.
I'm telling you, listen, I know my way around a buffet, so I was just fine. I ate, I sat at my table and just did my thing.
It's terrible. You're like the new kid at school.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
all right.
Nobody's talking
Yeah,
to
I
you.
was never the
God,
cool
you
kid
guys.
right off the bat. I had to work at it.
Well, it's too, and to be fair, like we've been a band since the '90s.
Yeah.
So the circle
It's tight.
is tight.
Yeah.
And we were nice though, right?
I mean, you weren't upset
No,
with me.
I want to know. I want to
wasn't
know.
going to Christmas dinner with you. We were. It was, hey, what's your name? Cool. I was like, John. You know what I mean? But it was cool. I didn't overstep my bounds. I understand the circle. I understand like fellowship, and I wasn't trying to step in the middle of the dressing room. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's going to work out. It's going to work out.
Hey, you mentioned your government name.
Yeah.
How many people call you by your
My mama and my lawyer. Neither one of them want to call after 9 p.m.
your wife? What does she call you? Babe.
Babe. I don't think she remembers my name. Babe, honey. American Express. What's your password, homie? Yeah. No, that's about it. Yeah. My daughter calls me John, which is weird. Davis. Hi, John. Oh, God.
Well, like so I know just based on kind of researching a little bit because I've seen you do your thing, very gifted at what you do and all that stuff. But people are always interested. It seemed like you started the remix stuff in college, which was cool. But I was kind of curious, like when you were a kid, like did you have that? Was rap part of your thing? You
No,
know, or was that a
Never. I'll just tell you the truth, man. I went to college to be a secondary education teacher, play baseball, because you know I'm great at baseball. And
I always wondered how that happened.
yeah, right. God bless me with a thunderbolt for right arm, Tully. And they told me what I was going to make teaching high school, and I got up and walked out. I was like, I can sell weed and do this, you know what I mean? And started at a nightclub at a door.
Best episode ever.
Yeah. And I started working a door, just trying to figure my life out. And I heard this DJ play. I was like, man, I want to do this. And one night he got real drunk or something, so he let me take over. It was awful, but I had the best time of my life, and there was it. That was it.
But you're great at what you do, though, because I mean, you know, and we joke around a lot. We do, but you really are great at what you do. Like you get the crowd going. Like it's you're really good at it. We talk about it all the time.
Thank you, man.
We're like, God damn, Silver's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you with like what you're doing
I was
out
waiting for
with
the
us?
punchline.
I mean,
I said thanks. I was like, I'm sorry.
no, listen, we you really are the hardest working man we know. I mean, this guy does not stop. He works year round, whether it's in Vegas, overseas. He's doing the Super Bowl party, just at the College World Series. He's doing everything. It's
crazy.
So, do you have to cater what you do to the crowd that you're?
Yeah. You got to do your market research. Like if you go to play in Oakland or San Francisco, you don't play New York music.
Try that in a small town.
Play Bay. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But hey, I do play it. Trust me. And, but you go to Alabama last week or Kentucky. I know what you got to break out what they know. Once you give them and they have faith in you, I can take back and give them what I want, and we win. So like the first part of my set, I get in, I get their attention, I build up sing-alongs. In the last few minutes, I play straight to you guys. If you know this rock, it's sing-along stuff you got.
Old man music.
You old people are back there. Yeah, man, man.
Sweet
I smoked reefer with that guy in
Caroline.
37. But they do. So that's it's honest thing.
He does play that.
Yeah. You just get it, and
You got
all you
to.
got to do is every song I feel like has a memory, and you got to trigger that memory. And the minute you trigger that memory, you got a friend for life.
How many days you gone this year?
Oof. I've already done 150 some shows. Right now, October's off. It's not going to stay that way, but right now, October's off. But I'll do 250, 275.
What's your fee? I mean, I got a daughter getting married August 25th. I didn't know.
I don't
what
think
your
you can
fee
afford
was.
him.
I am expensive thrash.
I have a budget.
No, let me tell you, if it's tropical and I'm off, let's go. if it's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, I'm expensive as shit and I am busy. I just did a wedding in Cabo last week with Heath Warren. You guys know Heath?
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was great. I don't know what her daddy does for a living. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, you think you're successful and you see this guy. Yeah, I'll just stay over here at the hotel bar. But it was great. It was really great. Then I flew straight there to Mobile.
I mean,
That's a direct flight.
you're working now. What do you got?
Negative.
Yeah.
What's over here? What is this?
Tell us about this.
Oh, it's
Turn it this way, right?
and I'm not saying because they sponsor me, but as some of the best reposado tequila. It's El Bandito Yankee Tequila, owned by Jim Bob Morris and Chris Chelios.
Chris Chelios.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah. And so they kind enough to sponsor me, and you'll see a lot more in the tour. We're going to do like ticket giveaways. And
Well, Silver.
I hear there's a podcast. And
We're all looking for
a
some
sponsor.
other sponsors.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's talk about our first one, though. We got Original Glory. It's pretty
Glory.
good.
Isn't it
Listen to
pre-canned?
this.
Great.
Yeah, give me that.
Oh, you going to take a hit?
Mm-hmm.
You notice Tully has no
OG.
problem drinking after me.
No,
That is good.
Y'all
Glory,
been together
glory,
a long
hallelujah.
time. To
We've
be
been
passing
together.
it
that
like
is awesome that somebody took a chance to sponsor, because you're going to look back on
Hey,
this
that's
with all
100%.
these questions. I'm being serious with
No,
you.
I
You
agree.
cracked the first level of sponsorship, and you fight. The first one throws you a nugget, you prove your way. I mean, this year we're pushing just on the DJ side. I mean, not talking numbers, but $500,000 sponsors by first quarter.
We're in the wrong business,
amazing.
guys.
Wow.
And that's just because
Yeah.
people, you get out and you show people you know how to push a brand and build
You
your
are
brand.
now
That'll
a
turn
new
into 50,
partner of
and
the
that'll
Try
be
That in a
huge.
Try That in a Small Town podcast.
So
75%
DJ Silver-
ownership. I just heard it.
I mean, yeah, you'll sponsor our podcast, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this thing's grassroots, bro.
But listen,
We
the
are-
thing, it's
we
talks
are
about what's needed to talk about. I'll
Building
watch
this
it.
thing one piece at a time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Hey,
One
talk
track of
about,
Old Glory
you
at a
know,
time.
you were talking about 2010, you came out with this. It was kind of a interesting first part of the ride. But you fast forward, you and Aldean, I mean, you guys are really close. Your
Yeah.
families are really close. You guys do a lot together. Talk about how that friendship kind of came to be and how you guys hit it off together.
Yeah, we just, I mean, immediately just kind of struck a nerve or a chord. Whoever you ask might be different, but it's just, we just, you know, it was like it was cool. He gave me a chance, and I'm thankful I shook a man's hand 14 years ago, and I still stuck to the word today. And I look forward to getting back to our normal. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Instead of seeing 6 or 7 airports this week, we're going to get on a bus, and I don't have to worry about missing a flight or getting home.
Yeah.
And it's just hanging with people you love, because when I travel, it's just me.
It's funny too. We talk about this. We're doing a lot of shows right now that are just one show here, one show there, festivals, and for creatures of habit,
Yeah, it's
like
tough.
when we're out of that routine of the touring routine, which is 4 days on, you come whatever that is. Man, it's rough.
Yeah. Well, my habit is 7 p.m. to Vegas on Thursday, play 1 to 4, 6 a.m. to Miami, play to 7 a.m., 8:30 to New York. I mean, whatever it is, it's
Yeah.
And it's so just to have some kind of something I can control some part of, instead of just, man, that flight's late, I'm missing this, or
What bus are you riding on this year, by the way?
well, I'm probably it's the same one of those guys that do the audio and light, I think.
Well, if we
Jake,
get an
come
RV,
on,
though,
dog.
you can get an RV, right? And we can get
But I
on with us.
figured Silver would have his own jet
All
by
I
now.
ever wanted to do is travel this world, play my music in my bus, and I got the bill for that bus, and I just want to ride with Aldean and play music.
Smart man though.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean,
I fired everybody. I don't have a manager, tour manager, age. I fired them all. Time for daddy to eat. I was like, I'm winning.
I mean, I love that though.
Yeah, I'm the one
Look out
seeing
for number one.
200 cities a year getting killed, you know? Don't call me on Tuesday because I got to pay you. Book a hotel room.
Let him go.
Yeah. Let me
I didn't know that, by the way. Lone Wolf.
started my own agency. Put 30 of the biggest DJs underneath me.
That's great.
Really?
Called Blackout Artists. We moved it all now to Vegas and Nashville. We had New York, Vegas, Nashville, LA. And so yeah, I've started an agency for agencies. Most major agencies hate it because if you need to make 15 grand, I pay you 15 grand and I have them pay the commission.
Man, you're a
we
smart
win.
man.
Time we win.
I had you wrong all these years.
You just thought I was pretty.
I always told you he was smart, Kurt.
Yeah. Don't let it in, man. It's like getting married. If you put the Christmas tree up right the first year, you're doing that joker the rest of your life. You have got to mess that Christmas tree up the first time. Or every Tuesday, honey, it's your turn for the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's why I make bad coffee.
That's
make it
it.
once, and you ain't got to make it again.
That's all you got to do. Mess it up one good time.
Yep.
So you were on tour with Brad Paisley.
For a year. Me and Hauser.
How was that?
I was glad to get back to Jason. It was me and Hauser became dear friends. It was great. Yeah, it was. I mean, you know.
No, speak the truth.
I'm
Speak the
being-
truth.
It's just us four.
I was. I was a square peg. They treated me really nice. I was a square peg in that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a lot to handle. I'm a loudmouth, good-looking dude from Texas, and I'm rolling into a camp that's been together for 30 years. I feel right. And
Right.
Daddy's the manager, and Brad was super nice to me, and I become close with Brad, and his kids and everything. And it's just it wasn't. I never got to be my full me because everything was pulled back.
Oh,
Don't
wow, you're
cuss,
full
don't
you.
wear
Full,
this.
Full you.
Not a lot of people can handle that, dog.
What's your favorite Brad Paisley song?
I don't know if you know that Kalo has
Did you write
written
Ticks?
a lot.
I was a co-writer on
Yes,
Ticks.
he did
Yes.
write
So that's
Ticks.
the one I know.
Thank you.
I'm being serious.
Did you do a mix to Ticks?
No. I would spend the first 30 minutes of my life explaining to people not from the South what a tick is. And so,
now I've done.
this is a tick in California.
No, seriously,
So,
Kayla wrote probably most of that set.
the
there's
summer.
no doubt.
Yeah.
What's the summer song? Back to summer.
Beat the Summer.
Beat the Summer. I did a
didn't
remix
write
of that.
I think that's Luke Laird also, and Brad and someone else.
But I will say about Brad, man, it's undeniable what he did, and how he included me in that show was great. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
show he wouldn't let me tell him what songs I'd play, but he'd put us on two pedestals, and I would play guitar riffs, and he'd just match it. Dang, I was like, dang, you know what I mean?
It was cool.
Am I supposed to let you win, Globetrotters? How deep we going? This is true. So get up there playing, and I was like, I got you tonight. And I play it. Nope, he hit it. I played Jimi Hendrix as a layup. He goes,
Really?
I said, you're the hillbilly Jimi Hendrix. You don't know this? Kendall Carter pulls me aside the next day and goes, hey, don't do that again. I was like, I couldn't have laid up easier. I mean, I just opened the lane for you and said,
Oh wow.
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 but
Okay,
they were great. to me.
Fantastic.
But it was so cool. And I still get, I mean, the clips are, if viral was a thing, it probably went viral. I would pull up on two risers and I'd play, and Paisley would just rip it. He's amazing at that guitar, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But I could play any song from Michael Jackson Beat It to Frozen, and he's just anything with a guitar rip. He just, whether he's heard it or not, except Jimi Hendrix.
Interesting.
That's really weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool what I like what you do, because I was reading a lot of the things that you've said and everything, and like for your show, I mean, we always try to correlate our guests with what we're doing and everything, and to try that in small town song and movement and Aldean and everything. And you're very much like us, because you are, you'd said, hey, my job, it's not the DJ Silver show. It's
not my show, yeah.
Like if it's for Aldean, you're trying to get the guy in the cowboy hat ready to go.
That's it.
Right. And so, which is a very selfless thing, which is, as writers, we are always looking out for the artist and what would be good for them. What's the next good movement? What makes them look the best?
Right.
So we kind of draw similarities there.
Everybody's
I thought that was
got-
a very cool
Everybody's
thing.
got a place.
Yeah.
And my place at that time is a setup man between acts. And it's it.
Yeah. And then you go to Vegas, then that is your
Yeah.
show. Right. That's a
Yeah.
whole different.
I'm the guy
ballgame.
with the writer then.
Right.
Hey, so what's your thing in Vegas? How often are you in Vegas? And you got the thing Roadhouse now. So tell us a little bit about
So
what's
Vegas, I
going on with
spent 2/3 of my life up to this year. This is the first year I didn't take a residency in Vegas. I was burned out a little bit on it.
that. And by the way, so people know, there is a DJ Silver Day
take that, Tiesto.
in Vegas.
Are you serious?
Wow. Vegas.
I am dead serious.
Take that, Tiesto. Not to be confused with the April 14th DJ Silver Appreciation Day, thanks to Carol Goodman. That's all right. But,
Okay, but go with the Roadhouse.
but
and
so it got to a part. It's the first time in my life I don't have. This is where I'm playing 40 times a year in Vegas, because I took the last 3 years at Zook. Before that, we were at Hakkasan, Jewel Omnia. And I just, I don't know if it's ego, maybe I think too much of myself, but I was always the 10 o'clock DJ. That's not what I did my whole life for. And granted, the biggest DJs in the world are playing after us, and it's an honor to share, but I was like, I don't want to buckle myself down here when I can go play all the venues. So that's kind of what we did. And so it's worked, thank God, right? But we start back full time in December in Vegas.
Okay, so Kayla and I were talking about this. So we were looking at the research of Roadhouse. Is that the dude from The Bachelorette?
Yeah. So
I mean, I may or may not
no,
have
you're right.
watched
So I'll tell you the
that.
story.
yeah. What is it?
Oh, please tell
I might
me.
have seen
DVR
one
set.
episode.
So, but he was on the
Bachelor. So I'll tell you the backstory
Bachelorette.
on Roadhouse. I went to Brian O'Connell one day, and I said,
Brian O'Connell's Live
from Live
Nation.
Nation, which
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much everyone in this room has thank you to Brian O'Connell. So my first day on tour with Aldean, I went out because that's what I do. And they said bus call at 2:00. I get there at 1:30 and there's not a bus in the parking lot except BOC's. And that's how I met him. And I rode to Lubbock, Texas with him. That's how I met him. And so back up, I called BOC and I said, man, I am thankful for who I am and where we are. How do I make more money? How do I work less, bigger shows? He goes, you show me how to make you sell more tickets and you sell me more stuff, and I'll show you how. So came back. You remember we started the tour off a couple years back at Mohegan Sun, maybe 3 years ago?
Okay.
Yeah, probably 5. A little
Well, it was
longer
long
now.
as So So I called BOC. I said, I got the concept. I want to tell you about it. It's big room, EDM remix country called Roadhouse. This is 6 years ago. And he was like, I like it. Put it together. So I put it all together. We signed to a record label somehow. And I got a guy named DJ Icon, one of my dear friends from Las Vegas. Icon, he's a legend in Vegas. We're releasing records, we're playing all over. And he calls one day and says, I got to quit. I'm like, bro, I'm just getting started. I mean, good Lord, you know? And he goes, no, I have liver disease. They're thinking I'm going to chance of dying. I have to stop. And I was like, oh, I feel bad now okay. So I had to shelf it for a minute. Then I came back and we went to a show in Vegas with Kane Brown. And I met Blake, the Bachelor guy. And I was like, I got this concept. I can get you to be a good DJ. He wanted to be a DJ.
So he had no experience?
I don't
or some experience.
Yeah, he wasn't going out headlining.
Right. Okay.
But I said, come on, let's work together. Now he's great. And now I don't hesitate to leave him. And I had this concept Roadhouse. And I said, you're just going to have to trust me. I'm going to treat this like Swedish House Mafia. We're only doing Stagecoach, Coachella, Super Bowl, World Series. We're not at Joe's Bar in Chicago. We're going to slow play this until we catch on. You know what I mean? And, going on this year, we've done World Series, Super Bowls, Waste Management Open, Indianapolis 500. It's catching on. It's really taking on.
Sounds like it. Jeez.
And we just played EDC Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And it's 521,000 single day tickets sold for that. Wow. And so we put the mix out live from EDC. It's the #1 mix in all genres in the entire world right now. And it's all remix country music.
Wow.
Yeah. God. And next, I don't know when this comes out, but July 9th, I'm taking over Diplo's radio station. It's the same thing.
That's amazing.
And it's all mixes that we made.
That's amazing.
Congratulations. Thank you. So I feel like we're making headway, and I feel like every few years, not so much reinvent yourself, but you, I don't know, have strike a fire. I've played Atlantic City 10,000 times. I've played Miami 10,000 times. You're from Philadelphia to San Francisco, LA. I played them all. But with Roadhouse, it's like Roadhouse first time in Cleveland tonight, first time in Chicago, first time. It's cool to be the first, but then it's kind of an ego check being your first because you're like, oh, what do you mean? We're going on at 11 o'clock. I play 1 o'clock every time I play Tal Chicago, Yeah. Right. But it's like, it's cool to do it, and it's cool to see it catching on, and the country remix world is exploding now.
Yeah.
EDM. That's what they call it. But it's and it's just stuff that I've grown up on.
You're a pioneer, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
Now, Silver, I've been known to hop up in the DJ booth with you.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is true.
Shall I take this story or shall you take it?
It's not a
So why
story,
don't you
but
tell
I'm
us-
asking how my skills are. I
love
feel
it.
pretty good about myself
What
when
are
I
you
help.
talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about TK hopping up in the DJ booth.
That's my favorite
Running it.
picture of
And
the two
doing
of us.
what?
I don't really know.
Can we start the
Are
whole
you
story?
doing like the whole like?
John,
Can we just start the whole
Start
story?
the story.
Instead of let's dance, I'll just say the truth. ACM's Florida Georgia Line was a new group. Kevin Neal, the whole crew was there. It was like day ones. Thomas Rhett was there. Everybody was big. My man TK in the DJ booth with me, smiling bottle of Jameson. We're just having a good time. Foundation, right?
Yeah.
I lose TK for a while. He comes back smiling ear to ear. I guess he got thrown out for throwing up.
Yeah.
He snuck back in the club.
Something happened. I don't know what happened.
Please tell me you got roofied.
I'm sure it did. I'm actually very sure I did. I remember getting very sick over the balcony somewhere, but I got back on that horse, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you throw up off the balcony of the foundation room, that's
yeah.
a hate crime by the time it hits the ground. That's 72 floors
I
up.
think so.
I got back on that horse and went back in that booth.
Smiling. I didn't know any
started
different.
spinning. I did
Green.
I was like,
Yeah,
my
no, it was
man's
good.
back. It
I was
great.
good. I felt
Your
great.
color was good. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
I will say this: TK doesn't go down easy.
No.
No.
Except for that time that you beat him up.
Can y'all just write a song called Puke and Rally already and just get it over with?
It's a false story.
It's not a false story. It happened.
He did. He took you down, right?
No.
Like
Threw me down.
in anger.
Katy, Texas. Moe's.
Katy, Texas.
Oh my God.
Moe's.
I gotta know what he does behind the booth.
I do.
What's
exactly.
his job? What's his job?
I get the crowd going.
He's a hype man. He's a hype man.
Did they know who you were when you were up there?
What did you just say?
Did they know who you were when you were up there?
Did
Did you have your stage closed?
Ladies and gentlemen,
take a
Las
break?
Vegas, please welcome Grammy-nominated bass player.
Oh, my God.
The Jason Aldean Band.
Are you kidding
Tully
me?
Kennedy.
Of course they know.
Neil, that was the funniest thing ever. Did you have your stage clothes on?
Of course I have my stage clothes on.
Did you have your Vegas
always
black
have-
shirt on? I had mine on.
I'll pretend you didn't say that to me, Neil.
Whatever.
Hey, so Silver cracks me up because you guys might not be as old as me, but back in the day, there was like, do you guys remember hearing 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? Yeah. How you could relate any actor to Kevin Bacon within a certain amount of steps. Yeah. Silver's got him beat. You can name anybody in the industry, and I swear...
I got a story.
You've got a connection.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a connection. It'd be like... Neil, you were talking about whatever. It'd be great to have Nick Saban on. So it'd be like, I know Nick.
I do have a funny Nick Saban story. You want it?
See? Okay, give it to us.
We were doing the Shot at Glory this year's Waste Management Open.
Shot of glory.
Original glory.
That's
We
right.
meant original glory.
Segue. And he's sitting next to me, and I know Brittany, Jason's wife's a big Alabama fan.
Yeah.
And it just kept changing his name to Satan. I kind of feel the same way, but I couldn't take Saban. I said, Coach, every time I type your name, it says Satan. He goes, I hear that a lot. I was like, damn, sorry, Michael Phelps.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
But it was like, I hear that a lot.
And that was your interaction.
Of course he does.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
But you can name off any celebrity, any person in the music industry, and you've got a connection to them. I swear.
I just feel like being good people. People like good people. So I try to be good people.
Silver. One of our common threads, which I love, the love for Star Wars. I grew up with that movie. I had every action figure. Man, what I've learned though, you have me beat.
Well,
it's an
you're
issue.
saying love for Star Wars, guys. It's not actually a love. It's a weird.
It's weird.
Abnormal.
There's nothing weird about Star Wars.
If I didn't
but-
have a really hot wife,
but
y'all
I
would
would-
question me.
But I'm just saying, it's you've taken it to the next level.
Oh God.
It
became cool to a thing.
I mean, you have a room of.
One that you know about.
He has a room of collectibles.
It is.
Seriously?
It's I mean, that side of my house is probably worth a good $250,000, $300,000. Just
Oh, wow.
any. Oh God.
Yeah, but
Star Wars. Hey,
hey,
I mean,
don't let them do this to you.
I'm not. I don't even feel guilty.
This- No,
I just
no,
don't.
I love Star Wars.
I'm gonna lie to my wife the way she lies about me, and I act like I believe her about how much those Louis Vuitton bags cost. I get it.
What is Star Wars exactly?
It's the greatest
Oh,
movie
are you
ever made.
kidding? Oh, my gosh.
I remember
That's twice
my
tonight.
daddy taking me to the drive-in in Dallas watching Star Wars. It changed my life. We couldn't afford to go in, so I just watched it. Didn't even hear.
You had a daddy?
Yeah, not just yeah.
Bragger. We don't brag about things on this show.
Totally. But
okay, so-
it changed my life, and I just said something that we all grew up with, so it's not a whatever story.
Yeah.
No.
But-
No, listen, it is something because back in those days, I remember waiting in line with my mom.
Yes, for
Like
a 99-cent action figure.
For those kids out there today, there was a day where you waited
Yeah.
in line.
Yeah.
There was a magic to that.
Sure.
Yep.
Like
I remember
thing,
that.
Same thing was like buying an album.
I
right?
was
When it
I was fishing.
I still
but
do.
Yeah, I remember
but
seeing
you
it
know,
on TV.
But you know what I mean, though.
I still do.
Neil?
It's called May the 4th. They released the Star Wars guys,
Yeah.
action figures. I am the guy with 38 virgins, 12 unicorns, and 3 cat lovers in line. I'm the only employed dude in that line.
When did you actually start the collection? When did you start the collection?
I always had little things, but it's kind of when I started getting a little extra money, I'd start shopping here or there, and then next thing I know the guy from the Star Wars place over there. Silver, here's this. I know the guy running Comic-Con New York, and it just kind of built up to where I don't have ask anything. Like if we do it, we do it. I had 4 of the original 1977 action figures. I have them all now.
Good.
Wow.
Favorite moment, Star
I
Wars.
appreciate that.
And I just reenacted it. And
What?
yes. Oh, you pervert. Give me a second. We just came back
favorite
from
moment. Come on.
Lake Como and Clone Wars when Anakin got married at that castle.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm gonna call foul.
Where is it?
Video
I'm
proof.
going with DJ.
No.
I don't think you can go
You
past
can't
the first
go.
three
You,
films.
you can't go.
Oh no,
Clone
I was
Wars.
saying you asked personal. No.
Okay.
I said
You can't. Go
I
Clone
misunderstood
Wars.
the question.
You hurt my heart.
No. I'll go back.
We're
I'll
too
go
close
back
for that.
I'll go back. I think
I'm not mad. I'm just
No.
disappointed.
I think my favorite ever was when Yoda just kind of hobbles up, then you piss this little midget off, and he jumps up, starts doing flips and killing everybody with that lightsaber.
That's not the original 3.
That's what. Oh, absolutely, it is. When they're in the jungle and the X-wings broke down, the Skywalker's out there.
I remember that.
He doesn't do.
Definitely
he's on.
remember
He's
that.
on the back of Skywalker though.
But when you go in and he's got to fight, I don't know which one. Now you're making me second guess myself. But whichever one,
you should be sick.
I've seen them all so many times.
Telly, stop badgering our guest.
No, this is important.
I've always been a bad
not
guy.
getting
This
paid
is
for
our.
this.
Hey, this is our debate.
All right,
okay?
I'll go all the way back.
This
the
is
first
our
time
debate.
Boba Fett showed up, he wasn't even an actor in the movie. He was in a parade and got so much attention. Boba Fett, Jango Fett, they're my favorite.
Well, we've had our
I have a
first
full
argument.
collection of Jango, Boba, and Mandalorians in my house.
You did throw out a number. Is that accurate? The money or the value of your
At least in that room.
Yeah. Does it get
Okay.
passed down? You're passing it down and staying in
No,
the
he's
family.
taking it. It's going to get buried
Better
with
get
him.
his shit right.
You could also.
I'm trying to sell it.
You could
move
sell
next
some
to
of that
Thrasher.
and get us that. Hey, you can sell it in either. Maybe you can sponsor this podcast or help us with that RV we need so bad.
I like it. So listen, I'm going to avoid that question, but listen. So
Wait a minute. Wait.
I do have-
What if we put DJ Silver
sex sells.
Try
right
this
under?
Small Town podcast.
Right. I mean, what? Just I can see it now. Try that small town podcast rolling down the interstate.
Seen
Right
by
underneath
10,
it,
In a
tiny
silver
letters.
Featuring DJ,
DJ
Silver.
Silver.
seen by dozens, liked by few. DJ Silver.
Don't you just demean our guests.
Oh, God.
Hey,
So I get a call. You're gonna love all this because I know you sold your collection and
yes,
down payment
that's
on
how,
your
that's
first
how I
house.
moved to Nashville.
So
What?
oh yeah,
So really
I don't
sad.
want to know.
go.
No. It's a super sad story, and my mom feels bad about this. Maybe she should.
God damn, I didn't know this was touching here. I thought it was a common story.
No, it's not. I had.
Sorry,
This is
dog.
all brand new to me.
I'm gonna make
Well,
you
it's
laugh
very.
when he's done killing our
It's
vibe.
a very sensitive. Hey, it's a very sensitive subject.
Okay.
yeah.
It is.
I'm sorry.
I sold all my Star Wars stuff for $250
That was
To
a
get
down
to
payment on the
Nashville.
house
to move to Nashville.
Oh,
With a bass guitar.
good for you.
One bass guitar,
Hey.
one amp.
Skywalker would want you to chase.
But
your
I had
dreams
everything. I had the Darth Vader case, dude, that opened up.
with all the guys in it. I have a few. They're amazing.
Well, you know that.
See,
I'll
he's
give you
rubbing
one.
it in now.
I'll bring it back. I'll give you one.
Look
You
at
really?
these pity
I have
give.
several.
You have several.
I don't just half-ass things here, buddy.
Kidding me.
That was my. I have like the
is
70,
fantastic.
I
I have the
matching guns,
77
all the
Boba
guns
Fett
matched
rocket
to the-
firing guy. All right, so story. I get a call, phone.
Man.
My phone's connected to Jenna's truck. Rings. I said, and Silver, I said, yeah, what's up, man? He goes, I'm gonna leave some names out because I don't know if people know the show's fake. We're gonna shoot it. We want to shoot a pseudo episode of us buying your storage unit for our store. Sorry, for our store. Were you interested? I said, no, I'm out, completely out. Thanks though. Hang up. Jenna goes, you got a storage unit? I was like, oh God.
Oh, yeah.
So we're over in Cool Springs on our way to J. Alexander's.
fantastic.
And Jenna goes, take me to the storage unit. I said, well, it's right here. Open the door. It's a little
No, dude, no.
mediocre 10 by 10.
This is, oh.
She goes, mother. And it is stacked.
Might as well be dead bodies.
Stacked. It might as well be dead $100 bills I'm hiding from my wife at this point. She was like,
So not only do you have collectibles in your house, you have a
serious?
10 by 10 storage unit.
oh, it gets better.
of-
So as soon as we get back in the car, Jenna drops off. She hadn't spoke to me in hours. I called Dustin Black. Dustin, what's up, dude? He goes, hey, you can I get that black tie moving truck tomorrow? I move storage units the next day. Say something, Jenna. What? And so I sent a picture to Kurt today, rolling in like 4 tubs of collectibles to my storage unit today.
How does somebody
if you
leave
ever-
that behind?
They don't leave it behind. There's all man. I go. Ain't nobody getting in that thing. It's this
I
code.
can't even believe that.
It is.
If you ever want to find it in your heart to donate.
I'll get
me.
you one.
Yeah.
I want to get you a complete set though. I
It's
don't want
amazing.
I don't want Boba
I
Fett
saw
getting pulled
one,
out.
The storage where the guy it was full of vintage amps and guitars.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Did you see that,
No, I haven't.
dude?
But can we go back to my story for a second?
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to bring Kurt in for a second.
DJ is our guest.
So
Deal, share.
everybody has
To help.
everybody has the one ticket item on your rider. Just throw it out, see if anybody gets it. Mine was a life-size Yoda. Ed Worm got it for me first time I played Joe's Bar. And that's every laminate, everything we've had on it since.
You're gonna add to
Camera, give it to it. Right here.
I love
Right
Zach.
here.
Can Zach do that?
So that's a life-size Yoda with everything from iHeart to MTV Awards to our first tour passes to...
We'll put that up.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. And
That's
the next
awesome.
one, if you want to see what a divorce cost.
All right.
I told Jenna it was free. It's not free. A life-size Boba Fett.
Wow.
It lights up and everything.
Holy cow.
And to this day, my wife thought I was a virgin when I met her, and I get it. I get it.
Hey, thank you everybody for listening, and we're so thankful for our sponsor. Original Brands is starting a new era in American domestic premium beer.
Amen.
American made, American owned, Original Glory.
Original Glory not only tastes great, but it's under 90 calories and only 2 carbs. Easy drinker and perfect for the active lifestyle.
Bring it.
Original Glory. It's a veteran-founded company with a deep love of country. Original Glory.
Freedom is worth drinking too.
No,
So
he's a
you're
legend.
also our right fielder on
I'm a
our
stud.
softball squad.
I'm a stud.
Well,
Neil and Kalo.
Dude, I got this down, boys.
Oh my gosh. So, on the road, you're looking for things to pass some time and have some fun. So
Because we got
had-
to get to a 7 o'clock show at 6 in the morning.
So we decided to form a softball team, the Aldean
Jack Aces.
the Jack
We were called the Jack Aces.
I like it.
Some people call this other things, but
Yeah.
So Silver, first of all, he's a unique and amazing right fielder.
That's amazing.
But even better, when the other team is up to bat, all he does is talk shit to
It's
the other
amazing.
team. He makes fun of whoever's at bat.
Here's my thought process. They're going to have to run their fat ass to the right field. They're going to be out of gas when they get to me, I can tell you. I mean, I got a gift to Gab. All I need, that day we had a PA system, y'all wouldn't let me have it. Oh, that was the Lord giving me a chance, and y'all just wouldn't let me take it.
Well, so for example, let's say that Tully wasn't on your team and he was up to bat. Like, what were some things would you say to razz him?
We wouldn't be friends. I don't know.
we needed him because we were short on talent.
Still short.
But yeah,
I just
we did
love
our
how
best.
much confidence they had in me. I remember this group text thread. It said, I want you to understand, I played college baseball. I played a lot of baseball. I just really don't love softball. I love my dudes. But I was just telling you, that ball goes anywhere between right and right center. That ain't my problem.
No. Do you remember the day? One of my
If
favorite
it's not right here, that's your issue, dog.
one of my favorite memories. We were in
me diving?
I think we're in Salt Lake City, and you're in right field, and that ball was hit a mile high, right to you, and Brittany's playing center.
Yep.
And it's right to Silver, and next thing I hear is, "It's yours, Brittany." And I see Brittany.
I was just, come on, girl, you got it. You got it. I'll get out of the way when you get here. You got it. Oh, God.
Oh,
But
gosh.
with that being said, it was all the master plan. Who's the designated hitter now, boys?
Yeah.
All I got to do is hit it over the fence, go straight to the dugout.
And you were there for our basketball phase.
Oh, yeah.
You got the finger to prove it.
Totally Kennedy free throw. Should have
What?
got that fixed.
What happened?
I mean, Wilt Chamberlain over here shot a free throw and it went flying off the rim and broke my finger. And here it is. I continued to play. I mean, this Joker, this is what it looked like, you know? And he just kept throwing the ball so hard at me. I'm like, oh, shit.
like that.
You know, and it was, I went back to the doctor. I'm fighting for my life. And the guy was like, pretty sure you broke that. And I was like, you think? You know, right?
Well, we had to survive. I mean, I'm 5'8" on a
Yeah.
really good day. I mean, I'm doing all I can out there.
I get it.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm one man light here. I mean, yeah. It's just that's where the Lord wanted it.
And then you joined in our pickleball phase.
I can still do that too. I played a celebrity pickleball tournament this year. I got second.
You've heard about their challenge, right?
With Kelsey and
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yeah, you know about it.
Fried
whole-
pickleball.
It's going down.
It's a fried
Yeah.
pickleball challenge.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
I'm in.
They're ducking us right now.
I can
but
play some pickleball. Listen, I
They're
will tell
ducking
you,
us right now.
They're duck.
I lose in pickleball. I'm like, cool. This joker loses in pickleball. I got to give you a minute.
Oh,
Silver, you can do better. There's a 48-mile-an-hour wind in Montana, Coley. Give me a second. Get out of the kitchen,
They've
Silver.
been talking. They've been talking big. They've
they
been
can play.
talking big.
Yeah, they can play.
He plays. He stands on stage and plays a bass. He's not in shape.
Yeah, they can play pickleball though.
He takes
No,
one stance on
they
stage.
work out. They work out.
I
And
got
stuff.
I got pictures here to prove it.
Yeah,
That's his spot.
yeah.
There's no calisthenics
But he's got some.
at all.
He got some good bend in those legs.
I
though.
got
see it.
bend.
Yeah, they
Then
do some
then we play
things.
and they try to hurt me. They hit it at me as hard as they can. I got ninja reflexes.
I'm a
Pop
different
right
kind
back.
of teammate. I'm a teammate who uses.
You're a teammate you want on the other side.
I tend to use motivation in different ways.
Yeah, you suck. Jesus.
Yeah. Negative motivation.
Yeah.
That's what I try.
Well, you guys mentioned Aaron Tippin, so Thea Tippin, his now wife. I was interning years ago at Starstruck, which is Reba, of
course,
McIntyre's company, and so I'd not been there but 3 or 4 weeks, and they needed some softball players. They had a softball team, and I played when I was younger and was decent and everything, but got up there and it was the first time I'd ever played. And I got up there to bat, and Thea was pitching. She's a really good pitcher, very athletic and everything. And she threw it like the second pitch, and I swung, and again, it was like in slow motion. It was the purest ball I'd ever hit in my life, and that thing screamed off the bat and went directly at her on a line shot, hit her in the meat of the thigh, and she went down like a wounded calf.
Good thing she got 2 of them.
And she dropped immediately, and I just stopped. And I started running. I said, "Do I run? I'm not sure. I'm an intern. Do interns run?"
You can talk shit in first base, bro.
Yeah. And so anyway, we get done with that, and I'm over there and said, "Oh, hope you're okay." And she's just crying and everything, and everybody's around her. And I thought, "I got it. That's it." And then I looked over, and then Aaron Tippin is walking up, and you hear the gravel with his boots.
Yeah.
And I think Aaron Tippin's coming. He's going to kill me. He's so jacked and everything. And he's looking over there, and he didn't know what was happening. I think I should leave.
He was
and
looking for a
everything.
cigarette.
But I mainly thought, well, that's it. My career's over.
done.
Nobody even knows I'm a songwriter yet. And that was it. But that was devastating for me. That's
an
very
amazing
emotional
story.
blow. Yes.
I got a story that almost ended my career. If you want to hear it,
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
remember the first time we played Fenway Park. Yeah. Thomas Rhett, Thomas Rhett, Miranda, and Jason played House of Blues on Lansdowne.
Yeah.
So went over, put down the stuff, and Jason walked in. It was just 4 of us somehow walked in, and this old lady crawls out of the crowd, black sweatpants, hair pulled back in a ponytail. And you know Aldean long enough, if you don't know, he cups up a little bit, you know what I mean? And I hear, "Silver, get her off stage." I'm like, all right, I'm about to junior say out of this chick, right? I'm just making my exit plan. I get about right here in Virginia, Thomas Rhett's manager, "Silver, no, it's Patty Loveless." I'm about off the 3rd row going after this woman, right?
Oh,
Yeah. I was like, oh God, oh
That would've been
God.
so bad.
So we go upstairs, right? And upstairs, the House of Blues, as Miranda and Patty were sitting there. I said, "Miss Patty, happy to see you." She goes, "Honey,
You call her Miss Patty?
what do you say to a woman about tackle, Tully? I don't know. I never met this woman. She looked like a different human. She didn't have her show studs, or whatever." And we were upstairs, and I said, "Miss Patty," she goes, "Honey, I'm gonna tell you something. You'd have touched me, I'd have messed you up." I said, "Yes, ma'am." I felt that. That's how my country career almost ended.
Wow. I didn't know that story.
Kidding.
Yeah, I was going in head on numbers, just like Daddy taught me. She was going down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So you're not shy about your beliefs and your thoughts
at all.
And all of us appreciate that about you. You always speak your mind. Your wife as well.
Yep.
And let me ask you this, because we're in a different situation, but do you do so many corporate events?
Yeah.
Do you ever get people that say, or you don't get gigs maybe
Yeah,
because of, is this
Absolutely.
really?
You know, unfortunately, I live in a very, say nicely, left-sided world in the
Sure.
pop DJ culture.
Yeah.
People are afraid to speak out. People are, listen, man, I've been this way. I'm a self-employed white dude from Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I was raised. And if flying that flag is offensive to you, I don't need you in my life. and I have always been God, family, country, and it's to this country is to the part where if you don't stand for it, you will fall for everything, and you have to stand for it. We're raising kids in this. It scares the shit out of me to raise kids in this world.
100%.
Well, I've got to put a kid in a private school because some little girl identified as a cat, she's pissing in the litter box. What's wrong with this world? I'm still telling my kid that you're going to bed. Davis opens the door with the force. She's not going to tell me she wants to be a boy. Call me when you're 18. You want a girl, I'm with you. But it's like in this world, and I think I've always been this way, but I felt very stronger when I had a child, when I had more to lose than just me.
That'll do it.
But
all
I've
of us
had
at Step.
A-list celebrities from top to bottom, which I won't name, but have come up to me and just said, thank you, because I can't talk. But it has hindered me. Vegas. It's hindered me in places.
Yeah, because you,
Yeah.
more than us. We're obviously a songwriters. You get, we talk about it all the time. The industry and most entertainment industries are left leaning.
Yep.
But and you guys do this a lot with songwriter events where you're doing corporate stuff, and it can be an issue.
Yeah.
But you, I was just thinking about you because you deal with these people all the time.
Yeah.
But luckily you've.
I just have I believe, and I'm not sure it's reciprocated, but I believe that you have the right to believe and do whatever you're going to do, and I'm going to believe the way I'm going to believe. And there's certain places that I'm not ever going to get to play again, and this is only in the last 8 years. They've always known I was this way.
Right.
Now it's fine with me. They posted a picture from our house over there with my wife, Trump, and Kid Rock photobombing. John Daly took the picture. This gets no more American than this. I lost almost 5,000 Instagram followers. And I got a message, and I'll leave the guy's name out in Las Vegas. Goes, hey, please take that down. I'm like, no. What's wrong with this picture? He's the president of the United States. I'm very honored. I've met presidents before, and it's like, I respect your office. I may not agree with what you're doing, but yes, sir, no, sir, and thank you very much.
Well, 100%. Yeah.
But I'm not going to unfollow you because you like Joe Biden. I might judge the shit out of you, but I'm not going to unfollow you.
No, we just had the Live golf tournament here, and it was a 3-day deal, and there was 40,000 people here.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I'm not one to. I'll fly American flags and do it. I just don't fly Trump stuff and stuff. I'm a total Trump supporter, but
You kind of did fly Trump.
No, I'm getting to it.
Sorry, okay.
I heard about this
I'm totally
flag.
getting to it.
Disingenuous. Sorry.
So we wound up. It went from congrats DeChambeau or congrats Bryson for winning the U.S. Open out here to Trump DeChambeau 2024 across the back of the house, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it made TikToks. I seen it.
It was unbelievable. There was every person that came by was stopping, coming up to our gate, posing, and we're inviting them up to come up. No, come on up. It was crazy.
People are tired of where this world's at. If you're not tired of it, I tell anybody, if you're not tired of it, buy gas, go to the grocery store, and tell me you feel safe putting your kid on an airplane.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
There was kids, like, I remember as a child, they'd put us on an airplane to go fly somewhere by ourselves. There's not a world we live in right now. I'm putting Wake Purdue on a flight to go to Tampa, Florida tomorrow.
No.
And it sucks.
That's interesting
Yeah,
you
it
said
does.
that. I was just talking about that. My niece used to come visit us all the time, and my sister would send her. Yeah. She was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And she would fly by herself to come see us. And I'm thinking,
You wouldn't put Levi on a plane by himself right now.
not a chance.
No shot.
Not a chance.
With all these sick pedophiles walking around, it's not even. You look at Justin Timberlake got a DWI. We've heard more about that than the list on the Epstein trial. And that's that is a messed up world.
They're going to come after you if you're even talking about it.
Yeah, they've tried. Come on. Kid Rock says cancel this, whatever.
I know.
No, and that's one of the reasons I think why we respect you so much too. It's like you're in our boat where it's like, look, if you want to believe something, that's great, but you should have the right to as well.
Yeah.
And you were out there with us all last summer, and
saw
getting our
magic every
back,
time the song dropped.
getting our back, and we talk about it a lot on here that it's if we're in a world where only one side can speak, then
What world is that?
we've already.
It's called Cuba.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
And I think
unfortunately, it's the loud voices are all you hear on these fake news, and all of them included. There's not one separated.
It's fake Music's
But that's the truth. And then the media did their job on Trump.
Yeah.
And they did what they were, Facebook's, what the Instagrams, what the social media. I mean, how many times were y'all shadow banned on Instagram? I was
my
months
God.
of just zero, just flat.
Right.
Right.
It's the greatest time of my life.
Yeah. I love it. I always say when I'm done and I don't have to do social media, I'm out. You know, in my contracts, I have to do X amount. And
Of course.
And like I was hanging with Hauser. I couldn't wait to post that picture. It's cool to see Hauser, you know? Love that dude. But it's
time.
but it's just, I don't know. It's just, if we don't do something to change this, we're in a lot of trouble. Our kids are in trouble. We're not going to pay for it today. We're going to pay for it in 20
And
years.
just being able to speak about it. That's, you know, it feels like, it's like, you know, for a while it was like, oh, you can't. It was a silent majority, right? It's like, don't say you like Trump.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And now it's just like, I mean, we just want to be able to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And
The
not-
opinion you're entitled to have.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, you know,
Absolutely.
I don't have to agree with your opinion, but I agree that you should have that opinion.
Yeah.
And it's not reciprocated. You know, idiot, racist. You
Hey,
know,
buddy,
just like,
I
no,
want to ask you about
not.
this. And, you know, we've kind of brushed this topic a little bit, and we're going to dedicate an episode that's to it. But, you know, Tony and I, obviously, were on stage during the Vegas shooting, and you were out there as well. You had probably the most emotional moment for all of us. And I'd love for you if you could share your story. It's your son was there, and how old was Wake at the time?
1. It was his first. His reason he was there because we've been on the West Coast for 3 weeks, and I missed his birthday.
Yeah. So tell people the story of what happened that night a little bit. And
So at the time I was working for MGM. And so it was nothing for me to go to Vegas and stay a couple weeks or whatever. So we did the Sacramento, the Mountain Views, the NorCals,
Right.
Oakland's, LA's, and we were going to Route 91 in Vegas. And that's my time. Everybody, I still have a 702 phone number. And I called Jenna. I was like, come on through. We're going to pull Vegas. I called my friend Rodney Flanagan. I said, can you put us up in 2 suites at the Delano? It was at the hotel at the time.
right.
Oh, he calls me the night before and said, hey, hotel's filled. Can I put you at Mandalay Bay? I'll put you on a secure floor. I said, yeah, absolutely. So puts us up there, and we have 2, instead of connected, we have 2 rooms. All the other rooms were taken, he said, by somebody, just one guy. So I think he's just a bigwig blocking it off. And we were across the hall. Well, it was the shooter.
Right.
And, and so...
So, you know, and to kind of help you with this story a little bit, you know, we were there that night. You were doing your set. We were obviously on stage at the time. Your wife was here watching the show, or there watching the show with us, and you had somebody obviously watching Wake in the hotel.
We had our babysitter upstairs watching.
So while we're playing, the shooting happens, obviously, and there's mayhem and chaos, and Silver and his wife are like, oh my God, our baby's up in
I was telling Jenna,
this hotel.
I was telling Jenna, because me and Brittany and Jenna were backstage, and I just sat down because I just finished. I've been playing 3 shows a day every day, and I was like, I'm just tired. Let's sit for a second, get a drink. Before we go to stage, we heard the first crack. We didn't know what it was. Then obviously you know what happened. And Jenna was freaking out. And I said, babe, our kid is in the safest place in the world right now. Just, he's good. Not knowing left from right, you know. And our world changed in those 11 minutes. And then I remember us all ending up on your bus.
Yeah.
And I get a text message saying, are you in your room? I said, who is this? And they said, Mandalay Security. I said, I'm not. My son is. And he goes, shooter's on the floor. I didn't tell my wife until we found Wake.
So, and I, you know, kind of, you know, I
4
don't want
hours.
to fast forward through the moment, but so there, you know, everything happens. Maybe a few hours later, we finally get the van ride to where we're
So
able
we were at
to-
Thomas and Mack. We walked
Yes.
into Thomas and Mack, the airport that he took us. That's why I was tearing through every bus. I heard they evacuated the Mandalay Bay. Every bus. I was like looking at nothing. Band picks us up. We get in, and Jenna had somebody's phone, or somebody had Jenna's. My phone was dead. And they found Mary text and said, we're on the corner of something and something in Town Square in Las Vegas. And I remember leaning back and said, fellas, can I get my kid?
Yeah.
And Jenna was like, what do you mean? Can we get our kid? And I remember it like it was yesterday. Cops wouldn't let us go out, and that driver got out, talked her way into it. I just remember picking that kid up.
And they brought Wake out to you.
Yeah. We got back in, and it was I don't know. It's just, I couldn't think, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I sent one text message. Cody Click had the phone charger in Rich's bunk. I screenshot that text message, sent it to Cody, said, "I'm not being selfish. Can I have that charger?"
Yeah.
And he turned his pale as your shirt and sent me the charger. And we got Wake, and we held him to daylight that morning. We went to that house. Thanks to Chris Baldazon for getting us a place to stay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was I had to stay for 4 days. I don't know if you know that.
You stayed there even after we came home.
Our rooms were connected and FBI, Homeland Security.
Right. I did not know that about you, and that you and your family went through that until I saw the documentary.
Yeah, that's the first time Aldean and I spoke about that.
It was amazing. I was watching the documentary, and I was like,
that was tough.
What?
It was tough.
I had no idea.
I can't imagine.
My face
You went
was all
through that.
swole up and trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Well, I called Jason and I said, "Are you doing this documentary?" He goes, "If this is the one, this is the one we do."
Yeah.
So Jason shot at his house, and I shot at Marathon Music Works downtown. And it's just, and Anthony DiVincenzo, my manager, was with me at the time, and he goes, "You ever get upset or need me to step in, just signal me." And there's a lot of things that I asked them to put off limits, Wake being one of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give them any videos. And if you've seen the documentary, episode 4 says Wake, and it's all videos from my Instagram. That was hard to watch, man.
Well,
And I heard stories about this, of body cam footage and all this, and I kind of didn't want to see it. But when I saw it, I remember sitting in my studio, just couldn't get lower in the crotch of the couch, and just pitch black, just watching this, and it just every emotion coming through, and yeah.
Well, Tully and I talk about this at times, and I know you probably feel this way as well. It's like it's almost impossible to talk about it with other people, but the brotherhood that we have, and we talk about Band of Brothers, and you're very much a part of that. And it's like I feel like we kind of lean on each other through that and through those times, and it was like it only makes obviously our bond stronger as we go forward. I mean, we're brothers, right?
Facts.
We're family, and we're always
we
gonna be
see
family.
each other more than our families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part about being on the road is that, it's an awesome thing that we have you guys as family and we have each other as family. But, you almost say that and people don't understand it. It's like we do see each other more than our family.
Yeah.
And it's
I'll go weeks at a time without seeing my kids.
right. And it
It
goes back
sucks.
to how hard you work, but you're trying to provide, right? You're trying to.
It makes you even more thankful when you think about the people that lost loved ones at that event.
Oh.
I'll tell you one that stuck me for. I mean, it took me a while to get over. They were doing a CNN interview, and the lady said, "We came here to see DJ Silver, and he got shot." And I remember making eye contact with them in front of me the whole time, dude. Holding up signs, "We love Wake" and all that. It just, man, it took me a minute to get over.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's but how many people that day come up to you guys and said, "Dude, sorry, I should have been there with you. I had a hangover, was late, or couldn't make it." That was just God keeping them out of the way. I feel, my buddy Sid in Vegas is always with me. He wasn't there. I mean, I can count Kane. They left early,
Yeah.
and it was like, yeah. So that's yeah, and and I feel like every story. I feel like you got to take a silver lining out of a story, right? Mm-hmm. So fast forward that year, I did the NASCAR awards in Vegas, and this lady walked up and goes, "There's somebody from wants to speak to you." And I look over, and this guy, bigger dude, obviously he was military, whatever, sobbing, friends holding him up, and I was like, "Oh God, what happened? You all right?" And he was like, "I saw your interview saying that you'll probably never get to see the person who grabbed your kid out of that hotel room that you'd like to thank him." He goes, "My name's Officer William."
What?
Oh my
Oh, wow.
gosh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So I've stayed in contact with them. Obviously, when they come to Nashville, I put them in hotels. So I did a few of the Gwen Stefani dates in Vegas. Jenna loves Gwen Stefani, so she came out and we have dinner. And there are 4 chairs. Jenna's a little hungover, God, I don't feel like meeting people today. And I'm like, "Babe, relax, please." You know what I mean? And he walks up and I sat down. And she's like, "Who are these people?" I said, "Jenna, I want to introduce you to Officer William. He's the one that grabbed Wake." And it was just. It was just such a somber moment, and to this day I still talk to the guy, and it's just and it put a little closure to a story that no one ever wants to speak about. We got new family members that day.
Yeah.
Right. Amen.
And if if you looked at the windows that were busted up in the Mandalay Bay, the 2 holes, my kid was 5 feet from this one. in a crib.
That's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Can't
And a
imagine
lot
that.
of things could have went left, and we wouldn't be here talking about it.
Right.
Wow.
Thank God we're all here, and you had a close when God put His hand out in front of a.
Well, Tully
big
says
video.
that a lot, right? It's like God.
There's
God,
no, and like Kurt said, we're going to have a full thing talk about all this, but there's no doubt in my mind that an angel just moved me around.
That's right.
And all of us around, because
All
really
of us.
the fact that none of us got shot, killed is a miracle. So,
Yeah.
but
You have a bullet in a base that we're going to talk about one day.
yeah.
It's an amazing story.
That's just God telling you you're here for a reason. That's
right. But I think it's good to. I think as it more time passes by, I think it's been good to crack that open a little bit. 'Cause we didn't talk about it for so long.
No.
I didn't.
I went to that
years,
counselor
just-
they brought
why
out.
would
And I was
you?
more confused when I left that lady. But
Well,
I mean,
for me, I always had a hard time talking to someone about it who had never been through anything like it. I always had more luck talking to like some of our Navy SEAL friends. Or, I remember one of them called me and said, "Man, you guys aren't equipped to handle this. You can't process it."
Right.
no.
Right.
But talking to a counselor who has never been through it, for me personally, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just
No,
saying
that's
for
kind
me,
of the way I was.
for me
too.
personally,
When I went, I
how
just
can you
felt
relate
like
to it.
it felt like she was judging me the whole time
Yeah,
using
it's-
words I
it's
don't
just-
even know what they meant. I'm over here Googling what did she just call me fat? And I remember I walked out. Aldean's like, "You go, tell me how it is." I was like, "Yeah, fuck, all right." So I walk in. He goes, "How was it?" I go, "I don't
Taste
really
the
know,
wine.
dude."
Make sure there's no
I
poison.
don't know. And he was like, I was like, "Dude, if you want, bro, I don't know what just happened. I'm still like processing these 18-syllable words this lady's calling me."
Yeah.
But that's what makes it. We do have that bond, which
Yeah.
and our kids, and I got to for those of you out there who Silver, like my kids, like they look up to you so much. Like
I love
you're
your
so
kids.
good with kids, and it's such a family atmosphere that we have now
Yeah.
with everybody. Kids are getting older, and but my kids, like they're they can't wait to see DJ Silver.
That's my guy, Keller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dude, man. I love that dude.
Silver
It's
is one of
Elaine,
the
he's my
best
girl.
human beings we
Yeah.
know. Like seriously, I mean, you can tell that he's quick-witted and funny, and we have a lot of stories and fun. But he's just one of the most giving individuals we know. He's a solid human being, and like
man.
Tully said, he takes care of everybody's kids. He wants to make sure everybody's happy.
I'd rather hang out with those kids than most humans. I mean,
And he brings good tequila.
that's right.
And
He does.
Did we? Did we ever do a shot of that? Maybe we should figure
Yeah,
out
we
how
should.
to end
I
this
don't
thing
think- I
with
don't
the
think we
shot.
I will tell you my favorite Delaney story. You want to hear it?
Okay, what was
she
it?
was, I mean, however tall they are, 2 or 3. She walks up, she goes, "Would you hug me?" And I was like, "Girl, your feet will not hit the ground." I carried her for hours. That is my girl, man.
Oh,
and just like Levi, man, what a good, I mean, Jenna
Well,
talk all the time, just good kids, man.
We're blessed with good kids,
Yeah, yeah.
and but it's
Yes, sir.
it's believe me, it's they, like Tully said, they look up to you, and the way you treat the kids.
I
man.
enjoy when they're out. I mean, I hung with Keller all night in Mobile the other night.
yeah.
Neil, what is this?
Oh, hey, blame him.
Yeah.
Rachel will not like this.
Yeah. Or maybe
It's
she
not
will.
on camera.
Yeah, good point.
Zach, turn the camera.
I'm
on.
bringing the thunder of God tonight, girl.
Hey,
It's for the
Silver,
sponsorship.
thank you so much.
Love you guys. Thank
You
you.
have to come back on.
I love it. Absolutely.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Appreciate you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Throwing it down. Appreciate
love you,
you
my
guys.
man. Thanks for being here.
That was amazing.
Okay, so it was really fun, right?
Yeah.
Silver is amazing. He's funny. There's a lot of touching moments in there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty. He's just a great guy. He's
And
a
I
great guy.
love his work ethic
Yeah.
because he grinds.
Yeah.
He grinds, and that's
And listen, we busted his balls for a long time, right? It's like, oh, you're DJ, it's whatever. Man, that guy works. He works hard. He's providing for his family. Totally said this. Man, he's really good to our kids. He's a good individual.
there's not a birthday that comes
No.
up with my kids that he doesn't send something or text them. He's the kind of guy that you want to have in your family. He really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
he's genuine.
Yeah.
And I can tell
Yeah.
that he still colors his hair.
I can't believe we didn't bring this up. Silver is a fire redhead.
What?
What?
Yes.
He's redheaded?
Redheaded.
Bro. And he would have said this. He would have told you he dyes his hair
Red or brown?
like once a week.
colorblind.
He grew up redhead.
I like the name DJ Red better, actually.
Not bad. Not bad.
If he ever wants to go there and invent himself again, DJ Red.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Or gray,
I'm just saying.
That's mine.
as time goes on.
That's mine.
But
He's
a good
like
one.
the best. His family is best. His wife is amazing. His 2 kids are just like incredible. He's like Tully said, he's just one of the good guys.
And he's gone. Like, we always talk about how in the first 6-7 years, we were gone so much, like 300 days a year. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
he's still doing it. Like, he never got to get out of it, so he's still gone. Like, he is. If you look at him on Instagram, you should follow Silver because he's great. But he's always gone, and he's only home once every couple of weeks for a day and a half or 2 days. It
is. And I say this to people all the time. There's a window, and there's a window with our gig with Aldean, and there's a window with songwriting, and you have this finite amount of time. You just don't know how long it is, but it's going to end at some time. And he, I think, realizes that as well, and he is pushing it while he's got the window open. And I applaud him for that. He's a hard worker. He's making the most of what he's doing, and
You can tell
and he's a good friend.
yeah, he's a great.
Silver's the kind of guy. There's a couple of friends. Like, we've got a friend named Steve Dakin. Who Dakin, if you're listening,
Oh my God, you just made his day.
Steve Dakin, if you're listening, we love you. But he's like Dakin. Like, I always tell Kurt, like, Silver. If I called Silver at 3 a.m. and was in trouble or had broken down somewhere or needed something, if he was in town, or even if he wasn't, he would find a way to help you.
All right, guys.
You
listen,
sound great doing it.
That was a lot of fun tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, what do we need, guys? We need you to like. We need you to subscribe. We need you to leave a comment. We need you to leave a review. Follow us on all the socials. We're on all of them.
Yeah. Oh, we're on all of them.
Try That
and
Podcast.
We welcome haters.
And
Please
download,
comment.
download.
Yeah.
Anywhere you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Try That Podcast. It's been so much fun. Thank you guys for listening, as always, watching. See you next week.
Do it.